He says, during my tenure here as the Deputy Director of the FBI, I have repeatedly relayed to you that things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but they are happening. The director and I are committed to stamping out public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and intelligence operations. It's a priority for us, but what I have learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into these aforementioned matters has shocked me down to my core.
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories, twice a day? About to go to 3 times a day now, people. So make sure you check out for that. Now, y'all, today we're going to talk about Dan Bongino because he seems to be really caught between a rock and a hard place. Dan Bongino had a very successful career as a commentator, podcaster, personality, influencer, if you will, and he left it all to go work as the Deputy Director of the FBI. I don't know. I'm not going to say he didn't know what he was getting himself into, but I think if he would have known that he was going to be at the center of the Epstein situation, he may have thought twice about it, because now people are looking to him and Kash Patel, the FBI director, as the 2 gatekeepers of information and justice as it relates to Epstein. Those 2, and then, of course, the Attorney General Pam Bondi. Now, as you're going to see here, and as you've probably already seen, Bongino has says that Epstein's end came as the popular narrative suggests. You know, I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly with the commentary. And they also said that there was nothing to see here, basically. There's nothing to see here. There's no high-ups who were involved in anything. There's no list. There's nothing else. But now Bongino is coming out with a very cryptic message, which seems to indicate that maybe he's being silenced, that maybe he's investigating something, and that maybe more information is going to come out soon. Let's take a look. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
I do want to take you out to a story that we brought you a bit earlier, as we do have this post coming in, some calling it cryptic, from the Deputy Director for the FBI, Dan Bongino. I do want to read it to you in full. This is just a portion of it here. He says, during my tenure here as the Deputy Director of the FBI, I have repeatedly relayed to you that things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but they are happening. The director and I are committed to stamping out public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and intelligence operations. It's a priority for us, but what I have learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into these aforementioned matters has shocked me down to my core. We cannot run a republic like this. I'll never be the same after learning what I've learned. We are going to conduct these righteous and proper investigations by the book, and in accordance with the law, we are going to get the answers we all deserve. As with any investigation, I cannot predict where it will land, but I can promise you an honest and dignified effort at truth, not my truth or your truth, but the truth. God bless America and all those who defend her. Respectfully, Dan. Again, Dan Bongino posting that, but not specifying exactly what he is referring to. Reports did circulate of a recent disagreement between Bongino and Attorney General Pam Bondi over the Epstein files, that making headlines very recently here. Now, Laura Loomer was among the far-right activists saying that Bongino was planning to resign from his position, though obviously that did not happen. When asked about recent reports regarding that and any disagreements with FBI Director Kash Patel, Bondi explained that she would not discuss personnel issues, but did say she worked very closely with Patel. Again, Bongino not specifying what he's referring to in the post, and it's not clear if he will have any follow-up posts here, but if he does, we will make sure to bring those to you. Again, he does say, quote, "We are going to get the answers we all deserve," adding at the very end that he will get the truth, not, quote, "my truth" or "your truth," but the truth. Again, if there are any follow-ups here, we'll make sure to bring those to you on Live Now from Fox.
Nobody knows how much material people have on Jeffrey Epstein. It's unbelievable. The guy killed himself, and now nobody's going to know.
As a public defender, as a prosecutor who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
Again, you want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
So who would have thought, y'all? Who would have thought that the Jeffrey Epstein situation would have been one of the most important questions of Trump's second term? He's out here making trade deals. He's out here doing his Trump thing where, you know, he's ruffling feathers. He's coming down doubly hard on the Democrats. He's making all kinds of news. But regardless what he does, the Jeffrey Epstein situation, it seems to be front and foremost in the minds of many of Trump's own supporters, and it looks like Bongino is caught in the middle. I can't imagine that this tweet or this message that he sent out is not connected to Epstein, and frankly, you have to wonder, like, what if it's connected to a lot more than just Epstein? So, I mean, Bongino, he was a person who had inside knowledge. I think he had worked for the Secret Service for some time. Doubtlessly, he was connected to people who had information, who had access, who worked with the government. And even he seems to be shocked at this point. And you have to wonder, you know, will he be the conduit of truth? Is he being silenced? Or what the heck is really going to happen? So today I want to ask y'all this question. What do you think he meant in this message? What do you think is the truth that he's talking about? And if he knows something, about people with power, if he knows something about people with influence, if he knows something about people in the U.S. government or foreign governments, think about that. Do you think he's going to tell people? Do you think he's going to let it out? Is he going to let the cat out of the bag? Is he going to just spill the beans? Or is he going to say, nah, this is too much. This could bring down this government. This could bring down that politician. This could upset trade. This could upset who knows what. What do y'all think? And what do you think you would do in that kind of situation? This is kind of one of these questions that I've been having. I haven't really been covering this topic very much, but I think it's interesting. And finally, do you think this is maybe not the end of Bongino as a person, but the end of Bongino's public career? I mean, he seems like he's facing a crossroads, a personal crossroads. Y'all let me know what you think about this. Drop a comment down in the comment section, but before you do, please hit the share button. Share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all of your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. For my people with a retirement, go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com. Get information on how to protect your retirement from the upsies, downsies, roundsies, and roundsies. And you can speak to my people at Augusta Precious Metals at 844-651-8334. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. We'll see you back in the next one.